Our weekly immigration news roundup is brought to you by the law firm of Figueroa & Associates. For consultation on any immigration or legal matter, please call 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. For full stories and more immigration news, visit www.theimmigrantsjournal.com. That's www.theimmigrantsjournal.com.
Hello, my name is Mary Campbell, legal assistant at the law firm of Figueroa & Associates and your presenter with this week's immigration news. In May 2025, the Trump administration granted refugee status to 59 white South Africans, primarily Afrikaners, citing claims of racial persecution and violence in South Africa. This decision has sparked significant controversy, with critics questioning the validity of the persecution claims and the motivations behind the policy. Background: the refugee admissions pause and Afrikaner exception. Upon returning to office in January 2025, President Donald Trump suspended most refugee admissions to the U.S. However, in February, he signed an executive order making an exception for white South Africans, particularly Afrikaners, asserting they faced racial discrimination and violence due to South Africa's land reform policies. This move allowed for expedited asylum processing for this group, bypassing traditional vetting procedures. Claims of persecution. Examining the evidence, President Trump and his ally, Elon Musk, have alleged that white South African farmers are victims of a genocide, facing targeted killings and land seizures. However, South African officials and international observers dispute these claims. President Cyril Ramaphosa has stated that there is no evidence of systematic persecution against white South Africans. Crime statistics indicate that farm attacks affect both black and white farmers, and the new land expropriation law has not resulted in any confirmed land seizures from white farmers. Political motivations and international repercussions. Critics argue that the Trump administration's focus on white South African refugees is politically motivated. The Episcopal Church has withdrawn from the federal refugee resettlement program in protest, citing concerns over racial justice and equity. Additionally, the administration's actions have strained U.S.-South Africa relations, with President Ramaphosa condemning the move as politically motivated and based on misinformation. Assessing the validity of the refugee designation. The decision to grant refugee status to white South Africans raises questions about the criteria used to determine persecution and the potential politicization of refugee admissions. Given the lack of concrete evidence supporting claims of targeted persecution, it appears that the Trump administration's policy may be based more on political considerations than on humanitarian need.
Our weekly immigration news roundup is brought to you by the law firm of Figueroa & Associates. For consultation on any immigration or legal matter, please call 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. For full stories and more immigration news, visit www.theimmigrantsjournal.com. That's www.theimmigrantsjournal.com.